Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time for Boruto's time skip.
Stop the cap.
What? I'm being serious this time. I'm not clickbait.
You shut the fuck up.
With the release of Boruto Chapter 72, we have three main points that we must discuss. Number 1, the 5th Great Shinobi War is about to begin. Number 2, Boruto going rogue and training with Sasuke.
Don't worry, Boruto, I will teach you the way of the Uber driver.
Fucking biblical.
And number 3, Amado being a sussy baka once again.
I'm sorry.
Boruto Chapter 72 has laid the groundwork for the future of the time skip, as we learned from Momoshiki that the dark future he foresaw is just around the corner. You heard that right. My sensei Kijimoto has literally clickbaited the time skip once again. We begin with Kawaki explaining that Amado restored his karma seal without his permission, to which Shikamaru quickly cashes on that Amado is being a suspect. Now, the plan that Amado has is life-threatening to them all, since we know he sacrifices anyone and anything to succeed in his own desire. Case in point, Kashin Koji being a tool, where Naruto despises that outlook on ninja. This is why the story mentions Momoshiki prophecy once again in this chapter, as Amado's plans and actions are directly linked to it. However, Kawaki believes that Amado is a dead man by now, right? But little does he know that Code got his ass whooped by Deamon in seconds, giving him the biggest L in Naruto history. Imagine being defeated by an 8-year-old kid after unlocking Otsutsuki level power, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Naruto points out that Kawaki is being heartless as he dismissed the death of someone who has been around him so easily. He even dares to call Shikamaru useless despite his experience and IQ. In Kawaki's eyes, Shikamaru is weak and doesn't possess a great power level, which equates to those characters being irrelevant. This is foreshadowing to Kawaki's future character, as he too will become much like Amado and Momoshiki Otsutsuki, the very people he despises. Kawaki is a very objective-orientated person who makes his decisions based on what he values and not based on emotions or empathy for others. Kawaki believes that power supersedes emotions because power allows for someone to reach their goal. He may have good intentions, but he doesn't consider the damage he will cause to others. Boruto's story foreshadowed this throughout the manga, even in the early stages of chapter 39, when he admitted he has a similar wavelength to Jigen in mentality, or even stating to Team 7 that the ninja way is too slow of a process to become stronger, and finally, his own hole in his heart due to the insecurities of not having power. This is also the reason why Kawaki went through with Boruto's plans to kill himself if he couldn't control Momoshiki. Kawaki believes the ends justifies the means. Think about it. As Naruto fans for 20 years, I just can't believe that in contrast to their father Naruto, when he found out Sasuke was declared a rogue shinobi, Naruto had a panic attack learning this. He showed empathy and selflessness, stating he would never be able to be Hokage if he can't even save one friend. This showcases why in the time skip, Kawaki will face Boruto due to their clashing ideologies of how to achieve peace. Anyways, a Hyu randomly appears telling Shikamaru he has a call from Amado, leaving Shikamaru in complete disbelief. Amado states that he is at a train station near the land of snow with Eida and Deamon. He gives his location and explains that it would take them around 3 to 4 days to make it back to Konoha, but he also explains that Eida has left Code's side and will join forces with them. Shikamaru can't believe the good news, but Amado insists that it was rather easy as he had already proposed the idea idea to Eida in chapter 70. Essentially, what he's doing is speaking in double entendre to not make Shikamaru suspect anything. Shikamaru then asks about Code's other ally, who blew Kawaki away back in chapter 67. He reveals that Deamon's identity being Eida's little brother, and he is tagging along to Konoha. This scares Shikamaru, believing that Amado will bring another catastrophe. He states Amado can't make authoritative decisions for Konoha, but is shut down completely, as Amado states that neither of them have any power anymore. It's all up to Eida, leaving them no choice but to comply, as what's definite is that Konoha really doesn't want these siblings as enemies. Yes, you heard that right. An 8-year-old kid and a girl that signed up to OnlyFans are the strongest characters in the entire Naruto universe. Everyone is their bitch.
Oh man, you're just ruining it. Look at my lips, you're ruining it.
Now, we're not necessarily saying this is a bad thing since it makes a lot of sense, but a lot of fans in our community are not happy with the power scaling since Naruto and Sasuke are constantly disrespected. However, at the end of the day, the message is clear. How does technology improve or destroy a society? Now, that's up to you to decide in the comments. Go on, start the war in the comment section. You know you want to. So the reason for worry doesn't stop there, as Amado casually reveals that he removed Code's limiters, which has made him stronger than Jigen, a level just below Momoshiki Otsutsuki. But hey, look on the bright side. At least he doesn't have his waifu and her little brother anymore to help him out, right? Well, we'll get to that. But Amado explains that with Eida and Deamon on Konoha's side, Code should be insignificant. He asks Shikamaru, "You're good with game pieces, right? Well, the rest is in your hands." And he hangs up the phone. Eida questions his language, but Amado states it is simply a figure of speech that is effective with Shikamaru. This whole interaction here has a separate layer to it. This phone call cemented Amado's position above Shikamaru in the Battle of the Mind. At no point during the conversation did Shikamaru hold any power, and even when Amado said neither of them had control over the situation, Amado still had the high ground. To top it off, Amado making a comment regarding game pieces is extremely telling and of course a reason of suspect. Amado has not known Shikamaru for that long, right? Yet he has already analyzed his entire character to a T, as playing Shogun and using its pieces is Shikamaru's way of making strategies taught from his father, deducing exactly what it is he has to say to able to get inside his mind and manipulate Shikamaru secretly. And with the current state of affairs of Konoha, there's nobody's head to be inside better than the advisor of the Hokage himself. Oh, and by the way, remember where our community was going crazy about Amado revealing his plans? That didn't happen.
Fuck this shit.
At the end of the day, Eida also knows this information as she asks Amado to help her get with Kawaki by using that clever tongue of his, or else, you know, she would just kill him. That being said, she hates Amado enough to kill him right there and then, due to giving her the ability to enchant humanity with her love. Deamon jumps in, however, making it clear that when Eida means that she will kill someone, it's actually him who does the killing for her. We then move back to Konoha, and Shikamaru calls an urgent meeting with Naruto and Team 7, including Kawaki. As Boruto prepares for the meeting, Hinata begins to express her fears, crying about, "Oh my god, I'm worried about you, Boruto. You won't make it back home." But Boruto being Boruto, he promises that he's already died once and ended up fine. So no matter what, he will come home. And if I'm really bad at reading manga, which I don't think I am, don't you think this is a major red flag alert here, guys? And as a team at Anime Balls Deep, after doing our analysis, we will explain how this red flag gets even bigger with the sudden appearance of Momoshiki.
Yes, that's right, even Momoshiki thinks Boruto is stupid for telling his mother he will come home safely. And my guy's already seen the next like 50 50 chapters of the story already. Let's not forget, he has alien balls deep prediction jutsu. Boruto asks why he is still sticking around knowing that he can't resurrect into his original body anymore, but Momoshiki hits him with that Uno reverse, asking Boruto why he still clings onto his life when fate has already decided his future will be a dark one. Momoshiki says that the moment that Boruto loses everything is rapidly approaching, and that he will despair, which would make him lose his will to live, wanting to escape the world. And when that time comes, Momoshiki will take over his body and live on as the new Boruto, whilst the original just cowers away quietly in a corner of his psyche for the rest of eternity. This foreshadows yet again why Boruto will go rogue, so that others will not be harmed after the prophecy, but he will still be seen as evil to the public, as the world will perceive him differently due to the potential risk. Momoshiki will torture his mind and take over his body, doing evil actions. Everything is top secret, as the truth will be concealed. We've seen this already in the village, as Boruto's death is being kept under wraps. So yeah, Hinata, to be honest, it probably is the last time you're gonna see your son. Boruto is done with the BS and yells at Momoshiki to shut the hell up, as no matter what happens, he'd rather die than give away his body to the Otsutsuki. However, unfortunately for Boruto, he's tried that already, and Momoshiki's reassuring him that he will never let that happen again. So yeah, like we said, red flags. Now, it may be a meme at this point and the greatest clickbait in anime history, but the Boruto time skip is nearly here. It's pretty obvious that whatever mission Team 7 is sent on, Boruto will not be returning from. The foreshadowing has been made now, just like Momoshiki said. Whatever Boruto is going to do is going to break his will to live and leave him in despair to the point where he won't be able to continue. And when that happens, Boruto will know that Momoshiki will be primed to take control, which will be when he makes the decision to stay away from the village and everyone he holds dear. It will be like a reverse Sasuke. Boruto will leave the village not to gain power to one day destroy it, but to subdue his power so that he doesn't destroy it. This will also be the trigger for the time skip. Sasuke will learn of Boruto's location from the others when they return and set out to watch over him and subsequently train him. After all, Sasuke promised that if anything went wrong with Boruto again in the future, he would be the one to put a stop to it. Now back to the chapter, Team 7 arrives, but Boruto jumps off into the distance, shouting that he will decide his own fate. Oh, and by the way, Himura is going to be a ninja now. Woo! Yeah! Boring! We then move on to Code, who takes Bug, the only friend he has left with him, to the Ten Tails dimension. Code mentions that he has to move the Ten Tails to a safer place. Although Sasuke can't teleport anymore, it's only a matter of time before both Boruto and Kawaki learn to teleport consistently, and then they'll be a threat to the Ten Tails. Obviously, Code won't accept defeat even after losing to a kid, because he's clearly taken that quite well, as he states that he was caught off guard and didn't expect him to be that strong.
Stop the cap.
Still, Code seems pretty relaxed, which is when we see why. Code has everything planned out. He is the next Madara. He is starting the 5th Great Shinobi War.
Stop the cap.
Alright, nah, okay. I get it, we need to calm down, but yeah, I'm actually telling the truth here a little bit. He is going to start the 5th Great Shinobi War with a more powerful Zetsu-like army. This is because, as the Ten Tails' size is a major issue for keeping safe, Code thinks of a brilliant idea to shrink its size along with modifying the beast to his liking. He does this by completely covering the Ten Tails with his claw marks, subsequently squeezing the hell out of the poor things to the point of splitting the beast into many parts. He is able to do this because the tailed beast is just a big ball of energy and chakra. Using his claws, he can compartmentalize the chakra and mold it into new humanoid creatures. Now you're probably wondering, how the hell do these guys have consciousness and already know how to interact with the world? Did Code just create life? Well, firstly, the Jubi was always alive. After the Godfruit seed was fed chakra, the seed itself produced a form of life, and as we know, Hagoromo Konosuba, the Sage of Six Paths, did something similar with the creation of All Things technique to create the nine-tailed beasts. This allowed them to be living beings with their own consciousness. In Code's case, this has resulted in Zetsu-like creatures out of the Ten Tails chakra, where they are also made with his own chakra and iron from his blood giving him control over them. And so, with the standard anime bullshit science, we can scale each and every one of these creatures to a weak-tailed beast, so that they are stronger than most characters and just below Naruto after his nerfs. And by Code mixing in the iron from his blood, this counteracts the Karma's capabilities. Like I said, at the end of the day, the Ten Tails is nothing more than just a big blob of chakra. Therefore, it can be absorbed by the Karma Seal, which we see Jigen do before his battle with Naruto and Sasuke. However, by mixing in a real natural element, the Karma is useless as it can't absorb Code's new army. Therefore, Boruto and Kawaki will actually have to fight. All of these creatures are covered in claw marks, and one of them teleports behind Code and Bug through another's claw mark. Code then covers his right eye with his left hand, and boom! The creature has eyes now and is talking. Code states how these creatures are now more useful than the Ten Tails, and for once in his life, he's not wrong. By using this brand new overpowered army, and with Boruto out of the village, the fifth war is about to begin. And so we suggest that you watch this video on your screen because it's a banger.